All right, here we are. So we have moved locations, like I was talking about, to my new garage. I made a video about epoxy coating the floors. That's the floor. Here's the car. Me and the wife slung the motor into it so we could get the car moved over here. So it's really not hooked up to anything. It's just kind of bolted in. It's got solid motor mount, so it's not. That's why it's not tipping back onto the firewall. If you do that with a rubber motor mount, it'll tip back. This is kind of where we're at and on this car. So a little background on this car. I don't remember if I went over it in the previous video. It's really dirty right now. But this is a car I worked on for a customer once before. I don't know if I made any videos about it. But anyways, I rebuilt the turbos and did some gaskets while the engine was out and a couple other things. Gave it back to him. A couple months down the road, the rod bearing in this motor went. So there's the block to the motor that was in this car. This is one of my other motors, so just a non-turbo to turbo conversion motor. I use that a bunch. That's actually a native twin turbo block and engine. The one that was in it is original. This is a factory twin turbo car with the four-wheel steering and such. So this car is, I guess, going to be my other daily driver. I'm gonna give up my Sentra and start driving this. It has got a set of just stock rebuilt turbos, stock motor, stock everything. It's got Stillen. This car came to me with Stillen intercoolers. Came with the Blitz electronic boost control system and the monitoring system. The Blitz monitoring system, and then it also came with these just AT Italia 17-inch wheels. And then for the most part, this car is really stock and in really good shape. It's 121,000 miles, I guess. But we're all moved in. We're at the point now where I've got my garage pretty much set up. There's my chemical shelf. Got a couple turbos up there. I've got a couple sets for sale now, I guess, since the two outside ones are the ones that came off of this car after I rebuilt them and had them balanced by G-Pop Shop. So that one and that one are for sale. They've got a set of, I think they're eBay downpipes on them. Anyways, I got two sections of pegboard holding up some random junk I don't have a spot on the shelf for. Got that engine block, couple sets of seats. Here's the manual training that goes in this car. I'll be going through it before it goes back in. All my little wiring and random clips and stuff in this drawer. And posters, ramps, drag radials, extra set of exhaust, my generator, and parts washer tank, my cherry picker, transmission stand, jacks, all that good junk, engine stands, freezer, all my household crap, and a bunch of trash from just moving in. We just moved in, so 2 totes of Z stuff, and then there's up in the attic. There's, I think my wife counted 12 totes of Z stuff, and key racks, some just random crap, some fun little stuff I've got in a cheap toolbox. My nice ones at the shop vac compressors, my tool bench, my sweet chair, and then my other bunch of other crap. My other 2 shelves I have just full of crap. I've got a couple Z parts up here, but most of it's up in totes upstairs. A couple sets of heads and good stuff. But anyways, we just moved in, so this is kind of the garage here. But this is where all the videos will be made. I can say I love the epoxy floors so far. They're very durable. Anything that I've spilled just kind of wipes up real easy. I got a couple towels laying down. I just roll them around and scrub up any spots that are in the floor. But for this car, I've got to get a couple belts, make some measurements on those, because underdrive pulley, I've got to get one power steering hose made for the Hikis down to the pump, from the solenoid to the pump. I've got to pick up a set of heater hoses because I cannot find the ones I left out, and it's really not worth it to go up in the attic and search through 12 totes full of sorted Z parts and find a couple of heater hoses. I'd rather just go get new ones. I've got about 2 sets of new ones that are up there that have, I don't know, probably less than 1,000 miles on them each, but whatever. I've got to finish relocating the battery. I've already pulled the cables out. I've got to finish running this section of the harness into the firewall into the car. To hook it into the computer. This is one of the harnesses that just comes with the engine. You just pull out the engine. I've contemplated relocating the engine computer to the previous battery location. I'm gonna have to make like a heat shrink or something, a heat sink or something. Sorry, I'm heavily medicated right now. I actually broke my finger in 2 places and sliced it open pretty good. I work at a shop and had a lapse in judgment and allowed my hand to relax in a bad spot, and had a P1 SC1 supercharger belt suck my finger all the way around it on a 3-valve Mustang, and it did a number on me. Been out for a week out of work, so what I'm doing here is left-handed, and I'm not left-handed, but everything I'm doing on this car is left-handed right now, so it's going very slow. I've got to do all that stuff. Got to finish hooking all the piping up. Got to throw the radiator in it. Finish with my full flow. This actually already has a full flow oil cooler adapter on the block. I'm just going to run it to the factory cooler that's in the factory location. It may receive a large, I don't know, I've got a bunch of extra coolers left over from other builds and stuff, and there's about 4 of them in that tote, bar and plate and just tube and fin style. So I may put a bigger cooler on there. We'll just see what the room constraints give me. And then this car, I guess we'll have a full exhaust. I've got like the bunch of random stuff in the car. There's some of the exhaust and the radiator and shroud I made, and some of that good junk, some of the battery cables and stuff from the other car. I tell you what made the biggest improvement in here in the garage though is the lighting. This is not to code. I've got to go get some EMT to run between all of them, but I really wanted to get some of the lights up so I could get this done. But basically what I've done, anytime you set up lighting, you'll find that what they want is they want one light every 4 foot from everything. So 4 foot from the wall and 4 foot from each other. So I'm about 2 lights and ballast short. So you notice that corner over there is a little darker, but it's still very well lit. So I've kind of got one there, one here, over there, and over there. Now originally there was just a light bulb fixture in here, and then the previous owner of this house, which is the original owner of the house, had a ballast hanging from those hooks, and then from the hole there and the hole there, they had them hanging by chains. They just had this ballast and this ballast hanging. Now they're T12 bulbs, so they're not very efficient. And I went ahead and bought more T12 ballast. I know it seems backwards to buy the old inefficient ones to put them in, but I really didn't feel like having 2 different style sets of bulbs. And then since they're not that horrible, I wasn't going to just scrap those ballasts or sell them and convert everything. I already kind of had those ballasts. I already had a bunch of bulbs from a previous job. They switched them and gave me a box of bulbs. So I took this fixture out and I left the ceiling box in there, and then ran, this is just 14.2. I need to run EMT across it. Right now it's just kind of there to mock up my concept, make sure it was enough lighting. So I ran out of there, behind that fixture is the original ceiling box. I ran directly to that, spliced off of that to that light, and off of it over to this light. Now this light I spliced off of and ran to this light, and then that light piggybacks off to that one. Now originally I was going to go from that light straight forward to that one, but in the summertime when the weather's nice, or in fall or whatever, when this door's up, I wanted to be able to shut these 2 lights off. So when I ran the single cord in here, that means this one, if I cut power here, it's going to cut power to both the ones that are covered up by the garage door. So I added just a lamp click with a pull string, and then the garage door comes to about right here and pushes it over. So I'm able to take that and turn that fixture and that fixture off and leave those 3 fixtures on. So that way when the garage door is up, I can leave those 3 fixtures on and then allow natural sunlight. And it's really not even that dark in here with just these. Oh, and now originally there was just 2, and it was lit okay, but up here in the front of the garage it was very, very dark. So with them all lit back up, it's significantly better, and it's still very messy in here. I have a lot of cleaning to do. Either way, it worked out really, really well. That's the progress on this Z. I have sold the convertible chassis to a good friend of mine who is not a Z guy. He's a Chevy guy, but I'll be converting him. He's been for a ride in this one. He's been for a ride in a couple of these I've had at the house, some stock twin turbo ones, and he really, really enjoyed it. This car will, like I said, be put back together. It'll have the aftermarket electronic boost controller, still in intercoolers. Oh, it has like some turbo excess blow-off valves installed as well. Now I'm in Oklahoma, and this came from out by the Panhandle near Enid. I guess not really the Panhandle, but central western Oklahoma. Has a lot of red dirt, so I'm going to have to do a lot of cleaning on this car to get the radiator cleared out and everything. It's in really good shape. The paint's in really good shape. It's just really dusty and dirty right now. A lot of crap from the ceiling that when I installed the lights and stuff. But I'll be running EMT conduit between all the lights to clean up the install and make sure it halfway meets the code. All these fixtures, each one of them pulls less than 9/10 of an amp, and then this is a 20 amp circuit that they're on, and then they're not on their own circuit. I use the existing circuit for that fixture that was there, and that fixture only runs that fixture light, the light bulb and fixture that's in my attic, and then right through that door in my laundry room, and then oddly enough, the one light that's in one of my hallways, the hallway that goes to the master bedroom, the hallway that goes in the office, the hallway that goes to the other 2 bedrooms in the house is not on that circuit. So anyways, it's a 20 amp circuit. I've got less than 10 amps going here. We've got like 8 amps all together between all those fixtures. So I should have, I can run up to 15, 16 amps safely at 80% capacity on that circuit, so I should be good. I'm gonna add, unfortunately in this garage, there's only one plug-in back there that's got my freezer and my long extension cord to my battery charger. And then there is one plug-in over there that's got down to a power strip that's running some chargers for my flashlights and batteries and chargers for my tools and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna probably use that fixture, kick off of that fixture over to here, and put another box and receptacles right here on the ceiling, probably pretty close to the shelf, to give me in this corner of the garage some place to put power. Maybe put a power reel up there or something. Not a big reel fan. They always break, even the expensive ones off the tool trucks. So I've used this for probably 12 years. Just kind of throw a hook up there, plug that in, and put some way to fashion it to where it can't slip through there, so it's nice and tight so you can't unplug it. And then this extension cord with this drop light that has an additional plug on the bottom of it will actually reach to each and every corner of the garage. So it's pretty simple, along with my air hose will reach everywhere. So leaving my compressor and spare tank next to those that are connected together works out really, really, really well. Anyways, I know I've kind of ventured away from the Z car stuff the last couple of videos, but tried to broaden my audience a little bit because everybody involved. But this will be my daily when I get it done. It'll be a switch. I've been driving a 99 5-speed Sentra for, gosh, 7 years now, every day. So it'll be nice to be in a Z again every day. We moved to this house, and I'm about 8 minutes from work, so I have the ability to get something that gas mileage doesn't matter, and being rear-wheel drive doesn't matter a whole lot. I'll still have the Sentra for when weather is just absolutely horrible. But that's where we're at now, and new videos to come. Hopefully the next one I'll have everything, the motor buttoned up, and be ready to put the transmission in. When I go to do the transmission, I'll probably just have everything ready on the car we'll just haul it down to the shop I work at, throw it up on a lift, and put the tranny in. That'll take way less time, way less work, and I'll have all my tools to do that. I have a very small selection of tools here at the house. Almost all of my, I won't say almost all of my stuff. I have a very basic set of tools here at the house that it's plenty to do just about any job. But all my nice stuff that makes it easier, electric ratchets, battery powered impacts, all that stuff, is at the shop, and that makes these jobs a lot easier. So we will, that's the plan for now, unless it changes, but we'll see you next time.